What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Welcome back. Happy June. I think this is
Yes.
working. The funny thing is, real quick before we get kicked off, we never truly know if it's like live or if it's like you guys can hear us to see us. So it's always like, hey,
Maybe.
anybody there? As always, let us know if you guys can hear us, if you guys can see us, if there's any audio or imaging issues going on. But how's everybody doing? Happy June. It is June 3rd. So we are 91 days technically away from the opening of HHN here in Orlando. We saw somebody comment down earlier saying September 8th is the opening day for HHN Hollywood. So add an additional week to that. So you got like 97 to 98 days pretty much for Hollywood, which is exciting. But for us here in Orlando, 91 days away.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is for us, we say 91 days, which still feels like a long time till HHN gets here. And at the same time, feels like it's right around the corner. We're in June, which I think that makes me want to vomit more than 91 days. Because you got June and then July. And then we do our countdown to HHN series in August. We start preparing for that usually late June. So the next 3 weeks, we start getting videos ready for that month in August. And then it's HHN, and then we're full blown. So we really just got 2 months until we are in our countdown to HHN series, and then we're just at the parks.
And still only one house announcement.
Yeah, it's great, man. We're loving it. HHN's doing this to us. We just enjoy it. But I hope everybody's doing good. Today's live stream, we do actually want to apologize. It's Friday. We usually do this Tuesday at 8:30, but we had to push it back. We had some personal things we had to do, which came up very last minute for a Tuesday. So we're like, crap, we gotta push this back. But at the same time, we also were a little bit under the weather. For you guys that follow us on Instagram, I think I may have made an update on it or something possibly, or I might have just forgotten about it. But we did put in community posts in YouTube saying that we've been a little under the weather and we've gotten a lot better. It was like a 24-hour bug kind of thing. We got a nice little fever that kind of knocked us a little bit, but then it's gone.
It was good timing for Stranger Things coming out because we were able to just watch it all.
Yeah,
we were just in bed all weekend.
we never really do that, especially Steph. Steph is not the person that lay in bed all day, and so we were like, okay, well, I guess since we're sick, we can actually watch Stranger Things. I don't think we planned that on purpose, but it worked out perfectly for us.
It did work out, but now we don't have any new episodes to watch. We watched them.
No, yeah, that's the one thing I don't like how they do this. This whole releasing on Netflix, they just release everything at once, which of course is exciting. So you're like, oh sweet, I'm just gonna binge watch it. But once you watch it all, it's kind of like
it's over.
It's over. So, but that's on Stranger Things, which we're gonna get to that later in the live stream. We're gonna talk about Stranger Things season 4. We're also going to do our best to not do any spoiler warnings for any of you guys who haven't seen it yet. So
not do any spoilers.
Yeah, warnings. No spoiler warnings. We're hitting it for you guys.
Just gonna spoil it.
But we're going to do our best to not spoil anything. And if we feel like there is anything coming up, we'll let you guys know if there's any spoilers in it. But more than likely, we'll stay away from the spoilers. We'll talk about, just the relevance of it possibly coming to the event. What's the likelihood on it? So that's going to come up in the live stream. We also want to talk about some of the layouts for the park as well, things that are going on, just little construction updates and things that we've heard that we can talk about. There's a lot of things we've heard that we can't talk about. So it sucks because we really want to spill the beans and tell you guys, but we're going to keep that a secret so far. So, but anyways.
You're keeping a secret from me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
Probably not, because if I tell you, then I get too excited, then I want to tell somebody else, and then next thing you know, YouTube finds out, and then Hornets finds out. So anyways, we're going to talk about some of the park layout and some construction details that are going on, especially of a special permit that we saw. And then briefly, we'll talk about what Universal just recently posted today, which I think has everybody on edge. I'll find that picture and I'll put it up for you guys to check out, and then that will lead into our Stranger Things conversation. But today, I think in the past few lives, we said that we're going to make them pretty short and simple. And today's going to be short and simple too. It may take an hour of the live like we normally do. We do about an hour time frame. But that's if we decide to keep carrying on and do some Q&As and stuff with you guys. Because this one, I mean, we're just waiting for announcements. We have one house announcement, like Steph said. We're in June already, and we just haven't heard anything else. So, which... I don't know. I don't know what HHN's doing. I think they're doing this on purpose because they know we do these things. And so they're like,
just for us.
Brian and Steph wants to play this game.
We're going to wait as long as we can.
Oh, yeah. But I think we gave it some time for everybody to trickle on in, see who's all here. We got Chris, Ozzy, Clint, Shayna saying, oh, hold up. Glad y'all are feeling better. I'm battling the flu and I've been in bed for 3 days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hopefully you feel better
soon. Hopefully, which I'm sure you will. You'll power through. You're strong. But it sucks because I feel like we had like a mini flu kind of feeling. We might have had it. I'm not too sure. We just stayed in bed. That's all we could do. Even right now, we still kind of feel a little like achy, like kind of gross, but it's not too bad. We got Enchanted, Carmen, Mom, Erica, everybody else. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the live stream. So I want to go ahead and kick this off by bringing one picture up. Let me go ahead and grab it. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this whole system. Shouldn't take too long. All right, there we go. So this is one thing I wanted to bring up and talk about. This is from HHN Mannix from Justin. We're going to just forget the Team Mummy part. I think he misspelled Dracula. I'm going to message him. We're going to let him know that. But anyways, you guys can see right here, we have a permit that was filed by Universal not too long ago. This says May 27th on this post here. So it could have been earlier than that. I'm not too sure. It looks like it says right here, May 25th, 5/25/2022. So this is a permit that was filed by Universal for a house. And not just a house, but one in a soundstage, specifically Soundstage 2022. Soundstage 22, which was used by Ghostbusters in 2019. So the reason why we talk about this is because this is kind of pointing at the Men in Black tent. There has been no construction on that. It seems like they're not doing any construction on that. So there may not be a house there like we had last year where that's where Scary Horror in the Heartland was, for you guys that been to HHN 30 and you guys remember what that looked like. But this is a permit that's actually put up right now for a soundstage house, which we think this is, well, technically, because we had the Fast and Furious, the construction for that tent is up, and that's going to be a house as we know it. So let's say that was what Men in Black was going to be, but then we're still missing the Shrek location. What was going to be in place for that? And it seems like this is going to be the answer to it, that we get a soundstage.
Which is nice.
It's awesome. I mean, the soundstage house. Yeah, you got to love them because usually they put more budget into those houses and all.
Big facades. Yeah.
Oh, everything is so much bigger. Also, Artemis put $4.99 in a super chat. We appreciate it, by the way. I got to click on it. Super sticker. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for the $5. Love the dolphin, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's the profile picture. So the super sticker, I think, is a sticker that it sent to us on YouTube, which is so weird. We got to check it on YouTube. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah, I see it here.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. I've never seen one of those, so I don't even know what that does.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like the dolphin, by the way. So, Artemis threw me off track now. I love that name, Artemis, by the way. All right, we're getting off subject. So the permit was filed,
yes.
Which means that they're going to have a soundstage or a house in Soundstage 22. The question is, are we going to have 5 soundstage houses or 4? Mm-hmm. I had somebody ask me that the other day, actually, and I think it's still 5. The layout that they could do for the queue lines and all, they could keep the 4 original houses like they had last year, and then they could put an extra queue line spot right between Minions and the Universal store. They've done that before, I think for HHN 27 or 26. They had a house right there where it went between Blue Man and Rip Ride Rocket, and that led to 22. So I think that'd be the location and where that queue line would go. I don't know why they didn't use it the past few years. I remember one time when I went, I saw it there, and then
there's plenty of room around there too.
Oh yeah,
because you have the other side over by like what they used last year, and then you have the queue line right under Rip Ride Rocket.
Yep.
And you have like all of that backstage area that they can potentially use for queue line. So they could use all of that.
And lately they've been doing each, like they have like 9 sound stages, I think, or 7. I think it's like 7 or 9 sound stages. I have to look at it again. If you guys know, let us know in the comments. I completely forgot. And see, even Chris does things right here, American Horror Story. Yeah. See, I think that was the one for it. But the sound stages, though, I recently realized that they've been using 2 houses per soundstage, and they've been limiting the amount of sound stages they've been using because the rest have been using for filming purposes and stuff. But it'd be nicer to see them bringing more sound stages into play so we can just have more and more houses. It's just, especially in the soundstage, it's just nice.
It is nice.
Yeah,
you get really tall ceilings, and
I mean, it's louder, it's more, and then also because if it's like weather-wise and stuff, it's nicer being back there because they do have a larger shading. If you get lucky to be back there, sometimes
that's true.
It depends,
and they don't flood as easily as the tents
Oh
do.
no, not at all. So, but we just wanted to pull that up because that right there was the just the permit that we saw filed recently. So that's a good sign. That means we have 10 houses like physically planned out and permits filed for. Mm-hmm. So, because at first it was like we're still waiting for one to be built.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm excited.
I think that debunks your Islands of Adventure theory, though.
Yeah, I think HHN's too scared to even try to bring islands. Now, for any of you guys who say that islands can't work, I'm sorry. It's time for you to leave. Islands can work, and it will work, and they will bring it back one day. The streets, a lot of people say that the streets are small or it's not built for it, but they've done it before for 3 years. It worked out, and in my opinion, you got streets that are in Universal that are smaller than in Islands. And they don't have to do the entire Islands of Adventure map as an HHN map. They can do like 2 scare zones and then do like 3 houses and then just open the rides up. Mm-hmm. That's what we would do, at least. So
6 sound stages.
6 sound stages. Okay, so I'm wrong.
And technically,
I'm always wrong.
Where Hill House was, I think, and where like Graveyard Games was, they technically don't. Those aren't sound stages. They're just like, right?
Yeah, I like how you said Hill House, which was last year.
I know.
And then you said Graveyard Games, but
Beetlejuice, whatever. I always think of it as Graveyard Games.
That's funny.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, I guess I could have said Monsters.
Yeah, you could have. That's fine. It's fine. I forgive you. But yeah, those are technically parade buildings. They call them, right? So yeah. See, Creepy Seuss Land, right? Boom. Now I know there's like with islands, there's certain like contractual things that they have to go through with Marvel and Dr. Seuss and even JK. But JK. But I still think they can bring it involved, and I think they will. I think I was really expecting them to do it this year. I get my hopes up as a fan. I'm just like, if HHN wants to go big, why not do it? Give us the event stuff. And, of course, HHN, they're going to do their stuff, and it's going to be great, of course. But, sometimes I just feel like these big, multi-billion-dollar companies just kind of, they lowball their fans a little bit. And I'm afraid that Universal may go down that route. So I'm hoping not.
Yeah,
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's all I'm going to say.
But speaking of islands, they posted that. Was that today?
Yeah, that was today. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Let me go ahead and try to pull it up. Steph, go ahead and entertain the audience.
Yeah, Michelle, those 2 buildings are the one that Graveyard Games was in. I believe is they just use it for like storage, and then the one that Monsters and Hill House were in is a parade building. So all the parade floats are normally being held in there, like the Mardi Gras floats and Holiday Parade, and then like Superstar Parade, which I don't know if you guys keep up with like just like Universal news, but Superstar Parade is ending, which is kind of sad. But hopefully they bring a new parade that's like daytime parade that's really good.
Yeah, hopefully. They need to. I'm not going to try to be mean on this one, but here's the photo. Got it pulled up here for you guys, but this is the one that Universal posted on their Twitter, which is very weird. Why? So they said this can't be good. Of course, it's the Islands of Adventure little lighthouse there, but they also have a grandfather clock. I don't think this is the same grandfather clock from Stranger Things.
I don't know.
I don't think this is at all, but it's just a clock. And of course, I think they're referencing to Stranger Things being out and, everyone going on with this trend. Recently on Instagram, I just posted like My Little Take on that, Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush, that is just trending right now. It's crazy. It's everywhere. But
Chris said that they were playing Kate in the security queue.
oh, were they?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, we also heard that rumor that they had a falling out or whatever, like they aren't connected anymore. So we won't be seeing Netflix properties. We did also hear that, but then they tweeted this and it's like,
yeah, so we're okay, so me and Steph, the way we believe is until we hear something official, we don't believe anything, right? Until Universal and HHN says something. However, we do got credible sources that are telling us one thing, and we have credible sources that are telling us another thing. That like Netflix and Universal are not a thing, and then some people, connections kind of iffy right now. We're getting
struggling.
we're getting some crazy weather right now. So if the connection goes on and off, let us know. We have some wind pulling in the area, which, anyways. But the clock here that Universal posted, I guess it's to reference Stranger Things, and that's what everybody's thinking about, and they're talking about it. But it's not an HHN post. This was just by Universal Orlando Resort.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it is because they found a clock that I guess like closely resembles their lighthouse. Now, it could just be them hopping on board and just being like, oh no, like this looks just like a clock. But why would they make something like that? It's not really Universal like to just throw a random clock in the mix like that. So it could have a reference to Stranger Things, but at the same time, we've also heard word that Stranger Things is not actually happening this year at the event. So we're kind of like, I don't know. But we wanted to. I mean, this year or this season for season 4 of Stranger Things has been fantastic. It's been great. We like it. It's a lot darker, which there's certain scenes that happened and Steph was all like, yeah. I was like, what the hell is going on? But it's so good. It's so good. So we enjoyed it. We're not going to try to get, spoilers out there for you guys. But I'm not sure who hasn't seen Stranger Things season 4 yet. If you haven't, please let us know.
To watch it.
Yeah,
that, wants to watch it.
Or wants to watch it, or who doesn't even plan to watch it. We just want to make sure that we're not, spoiling anything. But yeah, it's just it's crazy why they would have a picture like this if it's not I mean, even if they're referencing Stranger Things, it's like, why Universal? You have no connection to Netflix. You guys don't own the property or anything. The only reason why you would post this is if something is related to HHN to come. So, but it's a post by Universal. I don't know. I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over. I just have a lot of questions about it, but I feel like it might not be happening. I did have a conversation with one of our followers actually and supporters. And let me see if I can find it. I think it's like our lighthouse could resemble a grandfather clock. Let's put a grandfather clock next to the lighthouse.
I don't know.
Now, I was thinking it'd be really cool if they could go ahead and do a projection on the lighthouse and do like a separate event night that people can come out and it's all Stranger Things themed, like music, and they got the clock, on the lighthouse and it's making that sound, and you just do rides at night kind of thing. Maybe like 80s synth music and like old retro music on the ride.
Brian night at the park.
I wonder how much money Universal would take for a night like that. Maybe if we could get people together, we can do something like that. We can buy out the park for 3 hours, do 80s retro synth night, and all the rides play 80s synth music on the roller coasters. And
I don't know.
You
probably have to get that approved through all the different.
It's not going to happen. They're not going to let me. They don't love me. So, but see, I mean, we got a couple people. That'd be awesome. Let's do it, right? See?
Okay.
Hey, power in the numbers, people. So
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that's probably never going to happen. So that, I mean, they posted that, which had us going I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah.
As much as Universal and HHN screws with us, it's just one of the millions.
This would be a really good season, though, to have it as a house. I feel like
incredible.
I feel like HHN anymore has primed us both to when we watch anything that could potentially be a house, all we look at is different scenes that could
Oh,
be
yeah.
in the house and everything.
Anything
And
that fits that alley. I mean, we
there were
look at
quite a few where it came up and I was like, ooh, that would be a perfect room of the house.
There's a lot of scenes in there,
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the boy that is working with Nancy, I forget his name, on the paper, there's a scene with him that would be like just amazing in a house, and I think that would look really cool, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard to explain it without
spoiling
anything. Because we really don't want to. We know we got some people that haven't seen it, but that whole season, I mean, the first half of the season, whatever it's kind of technically called, the first part, very well done. Music, the acting, the storytelling, blah blah blah, all that. But when it comes to related to HHN, we can definitely see how they can put this into a house, and we're talking one big soundstage house, because there's a lot of detail in this last season, and there's a lot of different scenes that they can go from. We're talking about, that's the one thing about Stranger Things is so cool. They have different groups that tell different stories. Yeah. So seeing it go back and forth and hopping around to different settings and scenes would be really neat as a house. So go ahead and I got to fix this. Little man's over here trying to
knock everything.
He's knocking everything down.
As long as he doesn't pee on the floor like last week.
Yeah, if y'all remember that was rough, guys. What sucked too is like instead of cleaning it right then and there, we're like, oh, let's just finish the live stream, and then once we got done, we're like, we need to clean that. Yeah, it was so bad.
That was bad. Hopefully absolutely that does not happen tonight.
Fred, they're saying Fred was his name. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fred, yeah. That was right, Fred.
Yeah, there was a scene with him that would have been like such a good room of the house.
Yeah, it's just that was creepy. They got some creepy stuff going on.
There were some creepy scenes this season.
But I think it's good.
I think that this was...
Lay down.
I think this might be my second favorite season. I think the first season's still my favorite. I wasn't a huge fan of season 3. I don't know why. I just was not a huge fan of season 3. And I like season 3. I really liked season 2 as well.
You can't lay down.
and this last season was really good too.
Lay down, buddy.
Of course, season 3 was good.
Lay down.
I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite.
Lay down. Yeah, I think season 1 is the best because it was the first season, it was the introductory, and everyone was like, oh, I think that one was really good because it was also very simplistic in its storyline. I think the more complex it gets a little hectic. Season 2 and 3 I thought were good too. I thought it was like 1, and then I thought it was like 3 and 2. I really liked 3 because it was very 80s to me. And then I like that Cold War feeling with like the US and Russia vibe. And then season 4 has been like, I like it better than the second one and the third one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 1, 4, 3, 2 or 2, 3.
Yeah,
they're like battling, but I like the fourth one, this recent one more. It's darker, and it also goes well with the first season. It throws back to a lot of references in the first season very well.
That's true.
So
I like this comment. Imagine at the end. I always go over it and then I can't read it. Imagine at the end of the house, it's all red and playing Running Up the Hill. And has something that looks like a portal. So like you're like Max and you're like running out.
I give you like applaud for that. I actually love that idea. That'd be a good way to like end it right there, and then like do. But see, then you got like I mean, I'm down for it. I like it, but then you got the second part of the season coming out, and we don't know what is going on. So it's like if they were to do a house this year at HHN, would it be based on the entire season? You know, like that's a lot to cover, because even though that the second part of the season 4 is only 2 episodes, they're like movies pretty much. I mean, even
supposed to be like 2 hours or something?
Even each episode as it is an hour plus, which I'm going to say something real quick. We're going to bash on Disney real quick. As much as we love Disney, we're going to bash on how terrible Disney is, and especially with Disney Plus. They said that the Kenobi show was going to be 6 episodes, right? And they said it's going to come out on May 25th. And they said, sorry guys, it's not going to come out on May 25th anymore. we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to release it on May 27th. But as an apology, we're going to go ahead and give you guys 2 episodes. So we're like, okay, cool, yeah, right. And then Disney has the audacity saying like each episode's going to be an hour long. The first episode it was actually 50 minutes, whatever, right? The second episode was 39 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
They said it was like 40 something minutes, but if you take away their little intro credit and then you take away the outro, it was like 38 minutes and somewhat seconds. That is horrible. They need to go ahead and like look at what Netflix did with Stranger Things and see like, oh, that's an hour. Oh. So
Brian's
anyways,
really upset.
I was really upset. That's not even HHN related. That's Kenobi. But if you come out and you're going to say it's going to be an hour long, I expect like from the moment I'm watching that show, not when I click on it, but when it's playing, if I put a timer on tick, tick, tick for 60 minutes, because that's where it is. That timer should go off and I should still be watching the show before the end credits happen. That's all I'm saying. So that's one thing that I think Stranger Things has done very well is their shows have been super long and it's been full of like detail. It's fun. And it's never like you're not watching one scene for more than like 20 minutes. You're not watching one group for more than 20 minutes. They do very well with going between all these different groups in like 5 to 7 minute intervals. So it's constantly refreshing your brain. So you can, see different things and be interested.
Yeah.
All right.
All the different storylines.
And rant. Sorry, guys.
I think Brian needs a Snickers.
Look, even if I had a Snickers, I'd still be like this. Oh, but that's just... Anyways, okay. So, Stranger Things, is it coming to the event? Yes or no? What do you guys think? What do you think?
I think yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
I want to say yeah.
I want to say yes.
I really badly want to say yes. And that, by the way, that lightsaber is about to die.
Yeah.
But I really badly want to say yes because this would be perfect to have at the event. I mean, can you just imagine, like, as big as Stranger Things is, and then especially this last season, and they would have that house come to the event and just the vibe of it, especially since it's much darker, and we feel like this season at HHN's feels darker.
And honestly, the like villain for this season, we know like every season of Stranger Things has had a different villain, right? There's like the Demogorgon, and then it went to like the Demodogs, and then it was the Mind Flayer, and now we have this season's, and it's another different one. And I feel like this season's, it would be really easy to make as a like costume to have in the house, and it would also like be scary. Whereas like the Mind Flayer, I think they were almost a little too ambitious with the Mind Flayer, and it was like a great idea to make like the whole mall and like the huge thing. Yeah. But it just like I don't think it did what they were hoping it would do because it was just too big. Like
it's one of those things where it's a beautiful idea, but it's poorly executed because they did not have the real estate used for the actual scale of what it was.
Right.
So they had to cut it down, which...
And there's no way to make that thing like, unless you had like 10 puppeteers, there's no way to make that thing actually like
physically feel alive.
And like, yeah. So I think that the Mind Flayer was definitely a little bit of a disappointment when it came to going through the house. And I don't think that would be the case with this season's like villain or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I still think they could have done the Mind Flayer perfectly fine. Because they were in a soundstage, they should have used the set. That set should have been huge. But unfortunately, the way that they do these houses, they make the sets like smaller so people can go through and not use as much space. Because of course they have other, like when you're going through the house, you feel like that's the entire soundstage. But outside of those walls, there's a maze of like these corridors where the scare actors go through to their boo holes, and then you got like the makeup team and costuming and all that stuff. And there's other like things going on in the background. So that makes sense, but it's a great idea. And I felt like that wasn't greatly executed. And that's, and that was like part of the reason why that house kind of failed compared to the first year and why some people weren't great, like fans of it. Because they also had still scenes and all that. But just like Steph said, with this Vecna person, you could just have a body suit that the scare actors could wear like they did with the Demogorgons in that first house. So I feel like that one could be casted pretty well. And what's even easier is because the kids now, they're more adult-like. It's easier to cast people to fit that role versus trying to find people that look like kids.
They did a really good job the first year of casting those like little kids with
adults.
Yeah. They did a really good job with that. But it would be a lot easier to do that this year, I think.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring something up. I saw somebody write down right here. Matthew Constanza, like, I agree with you. 80s themed event.
I knew you were going to pin that one.
We love, but we both personally love the 80s, and 2018 and 2019 were such like awesome years, man. I just loved it, having like that 80s vibe. And it just shows, like, Stranger Things, the show itself shows like 80s, man, like anything 80s, you put a great show together, you do like anything themed to the 80s, it's going to succeed. It's going to do well.
Yeah.
So I think we need another one. And that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about is if they do bring Stranger Things again and it's not an 80s themed, it's like, will we be able to see that ever come back to the event?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not for a while, but if they do, they need, I mean, I don't know. I really thought and believed that they were doing a 90s themed year. If they did like Scream and Chucky, you know, and maybe did like cool. A 90s slasher kind of year, I think they could have done that, but I don't know.
We like the decades, but I don't know. It's hard for them to continue doing that. You know what I mean?
You only got so many years to work with until you catch up to today.
Yeah.
But so we would love to see Stranger Things come to the event, and I think that this house would be better than the last time or the last one that they did in 2019.
I agree.
Because I also think that they're like, okay, we see like some of the things the fans didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work on those and bring back what we did so well in the first house.
Yeah.
Which, don't do still scenes. Nobody likes still scenes. Like, anybody can do that. Like, Disney does that. So let's not do that.
Oh, could you imagine? I don't want to I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to spoil anything. But
spoiler warning.
But it is
coming up.
Is right at the beginning of the first episode.
3, 2, 1.
The scene in the with all the kids. You know what I'm talking about? With that doctor. I always Papa going through all the rooms and It reminds me a lot of...
I know what you're talking about. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
It reminds me a lot of Dead Exposure Patient Zero. There was one room that was the whole house was all black, basically. Very dark and strobes constantly, right? But you went through one room that was just all white, and it was a hospital room, I think. Or no, it was a bathroom. And it was all white and had blood splatters everywhere, and it was strobing. And that was probably the scariest room, at least to me, in that house. And that's what I get very much that feeling
from the first scene.
From that scene from Stranger Things. I think that would be a really cool room or series of rooms. It would be scary. I'd like that.
You're creepy. You really creep me out. I just want to let you know that. Anyways, what were you saying now?
What?
Just the creepy room from the first scene of that movie. Anyways, okay, no more spoilers. We're done with the spoiler now. We're back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's they have to do it in a soundstage. You can't do it in a tent. There's just so much to this season. It's to me, it's so much harder to even say, yeah, just do this whole season as one house. Me, I'm kind of do episodes 1 through 4 as a house and do 5 through 7 as another house, and then these last 2 as another house. Because I just feel there's so much detail and I would hate to miss it. And that's one thing I didn't like about the second house either. You went through seasons 2 and 3, and it's just they made real quick, nods at certain things in the episodes, and it's just I wanted to live it. Guys, we're 91 days away from HHN happening.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited. So, if it was a bathroom, those weren't blood splatters. Thanks, Chris.
I'm pretty sure they were. At least I hope so.
So, but other than that, really, I mean, that's pretty much it with that HHN discussions that we got. I mean, again, we're just waiting. We have a lot of videos that we had online and getting ready to work on. And then of course we got sick this weekend, and we just kind of it's been trash. we just felt like we haven't been doing content or anything, and it's like, all right, like once we feel good, we're getting back into it. We're going full steam ahead until the event is over, and like starting today, we got our live. We're back in it. I would say we're about like what 90%.
Yeah,
we're almost there. We get nauseous every now and then, but
yeah.
that's TMI. But
let's talk about the bug house.
No, let's not talk about the bug house.
I'm really nervous for that.
That sounds horrifying. We heard some details and
made me even less so want to go through it.
It really makes me It makes me really like, I don't know, just thinking of like going bugs in general. I don't know. I dropped my phone under the bed, and I know this is random. This is just listen to this. So I dropped my phone under the bed a couple nights ago, and I saw it through the wall and like where the frame was, and I went to reach down for it, and there was a roach on my phone, and I panicked. I was like, oh my god, that is what the hell is a roach doing here? But I realized the video I was watching had a roach pop up on the videos.
It's like an emoji.
So yeah, it was an emoji, and I thought it was an actual roach on my phone. And I mean, we're in Florida, but God, and I was just thinking like I can't do a house with things life size or 10 times the size like that. So no. I don't know. We'll do it if it's a real thing. We'll do it on opening night, and then we'll never do it again. Oh. Kind of like Bride of Frankenstein and like Texas Chainsaw.
That one might really. That I might be very nervous for. I never get nervous going through any of the Stranger Things. I think one side effect of us getting sick for me has been my brain has not been working.
Steph's been talking about random stuff. It's just like
not been working right. But I never get nervous like in line waiting to go through Horror Nights houses. Ever.
Get excited.
But I think that one I might be like nervous for because
might have a panic attack.
Because like I won't be able to like open my eyes, and I don't like bug sounds. Like if there's like sounds, like I can't do that. So
yeah, that one is not going to be. I don't think that's going to be a very popular one. I think it's going to be very well done if it, if they of course do it. But
I think there's going to be no line. I don't think anybody's.
I think that one might actually scare a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or at least just gross
everybody out.
Yeah. And that's a real fear. And they're around. Like this guy. Make a house about him. So, but
someone did ask what the chances are of there being a bug house. When you say like
so the way I would phrase this is the speculation map, right? Let's talk about the speculation map. The second one that came out by HN Nightmares. I would say that's looking to be at least like 50% solid. I can like give you like 50%. Like, yes, that's looking pretty decent. That's what I would say. But I always, right, since we're in June, like it has happened before where last minute they pull the plug on some of these houses and ideas, and then they throw something in last minute. So that's why I don't want to say anything until like Universal officially like announces stuff. But yeah. What's up, Losh? Just here to share some love. Glad that you made it to talk about the bug segment of life because it's tragic.
No.
So, but anyways, that's pretty much it. That information that we have with HHN, because there's nothing. I mean, they had one house announcement. They've had the single night tickets. They've released Express Pass, which is good, and we did an Express Pass video. If you guys have seen it or if you guys haven't, but I mean, it just goes over some of the basic things. If you guys are, beginners for the event, what you need to know with HHN Express.
We did also hear from somebody when we posted our Express Pass video. In the video, we talk about how they don't sell unlimited Express Pass. And somebody did comment letting us know that they were offered an unlimited Express Pass.
Yeah, I think a couple of years ago. I don't know
Orlando.
I don't think it was last year, though.
Okay, a couple of years ago.
I think it was 2019. So Universal, and this is a weird topic to talk about right now because it's like it's iffy because it's not an official thing. And when they did it, it wasn't official either. They were just experimenting with it. They were testing it out. But I haven't heard anything public about them doing unlimited, which would be great because
I would love that.
I think a lot of people would invest in trying to, get the unlimited express pass, especially for those who get express pass whenever they visit, not just for one night, but for multiple nights. And they get the unlimited express pass so they can continuously go through like a certain house as much as they want. The only problem that it comes down to be is if you got like a really popular house like Wicked Growth or Icons, those lines are going to just be even more longer because you're going to have a higher frequency of people going through express. Yeah. So that's the only issue I could see with it. But we would love for them to bring the unlimited express pass. I think that'd be really cool.
I feel like it would be really expensive because if you look at the difference between like express and unlimited express during the daytime, unlimited express is like way more expensive. So I feel like for HHN, it would be like an insane price. But
yeah, I wish if they were to do something, because they don't do any discounts with like express passes or anything like that. But I wish if you had a single night and you were buying like the unlimited, you can get like a discount or something like that. But yeah. So anyways, like I was saying earlier, is like that's pretty much it with the information that we got. We have one house announcement. We got the express pass. We got the single night tickets, Behind the Screams, Unmasking the Horror Tour, and then we're still waiting for 9 houses, 5 scare zones, 2 shows, and the Frequent Fear passes to be released, and Stay and Scream. Like we're waiting to hear if Stay and Scream, if they're gonna have it like a add-on ticket, like an early little entry thing.
I do know that people are getting cast, like in the last few weeks or so. People are getting casting emails, so they're doing something.
Yeah.
Which is good.
They're doing something.
It's a completely different department. But
oh, yeah. But, I mean, it shows that they got... I mean, they're doing construction. They're doing casting. Like, they're going full speed. So, we're just waiting for information
It's just the marketing team that's...
Yeah. We're waiting for the guest. Like, the people who are working there, they got all that stuff going on. But, honestly, like, right now, we don't care about that. We want to know about what the guests are going to receive. We want to know what the houses and scare zones are. And it also is a bummer for like us, like locals who plan to go every single night almost. At least I want to. I don't know if we're going to do it because we got the dog, but we're going to try. There'll be one, maybe not this year, but maybe next year. We're going to do a challenge where we go and we video like alive every single night at the event. Like we're going like all like 41 nights. We're doing it. I don't know. That's a big order, but
Chris said that the top hotels on site are already selling out for HHN. So make sure you get your hotels.
Yeah, if you guys are planning to go, like now's the time. Like 5 months ago was the time, but we're waiting for Frequent Fear Pass because sometimes it saves people if they go for a full week or something. Us locals are waiting, and it just sucks sitting here and people are like, we got our nights in our hotels and we got the express pass. We're like, cool,
yay, good for you.
We're waiting. We really hope that they come out. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the 17th of June. Was last year? I think so. Unless that was single night tickets, and then Frequent Fear came out like in July or August.
I don't remember. I'm not good with
If you guys remember, let us know. When did Frequent Fear Pass release last year? So.
It's Christopher.
So excited for the event this year. It's great having Christopher in the live stream, by the way. This is Christopher, great longtime supporter of our channel. We haven't had him on the channel in a bit because he's been doing finals. So we hope all that was good. Glad to have you on the live stream, bud. But, yeah, see, Frequent Fear came out in August of last year, and then June 17th last year was single night tickets then. So, yeah. So, if they do that again, then we're just going to sit here and wait.
We were getting really nervous. I remember because we were going back and forth, and they were like, there were rumors that they weren't going to do Frequent Fear or like multi-night tickets. We were getting really nervous that we were like not going to be able to go at all.
It's like, hello? I mean, we even got Express Pass for the opening night last year. We got Express Pass for opening night because we're like, we just want to make sure that we get it. And then we ended up not getting the Frequent Fear Pass with Express. We decided not to do it because we're like, we go so many times, which we don't need it again this year. But I think as much as we loved Wicked Growth last year, we're like, it would be nice to have an express pass every night. So we're saving up for that potentially. So hopefully we get that. So, but anyways, we got right now, we've been on for 52 minutes. I'm going to make sure the battery's not dying because if you guys know, we have great luck. Actually, it's doing great. Can We can go for another hour, supposedly. Not gonna do that.
Just sit here and stare at you guys.
Hey guys. So, but anyways, I want to ask you guys a question. Are you guys cool with doing these live streams and having like no music in the background, or would you guys like music in the background? Because I've been for like weeks now. I've been trying to find a way to get like music in our background just to make it fun. And I would do like the music like we have in our little like timer like countdown intro for the live stream. I want to make it very like synth, kind of like vibe, kind of like 2019 was for HHN. But the problem is, it's like with doing these live streams, like you have to have like a program that links in with this third party to be accepted and linked in with YouTube, and then you got to make sure none of the music you use is copyright. You got to get all that, and there was one thing that I was originally using, and it ended up right before we did the live. I'm glad I checked. 5 minutes before we did the live, like a couple, like I think it was like 3 or 4 lives ago. 5 minutes before we went live, I checked the audio, and it was actually taking away our audio completely. Mm-hmm. So there was no music playing, and we had no audio. So I had to quickly like go through and rip all that out, which that freaked me out. But yeah, so.
Oh yeah, Two Real Geeks said I was at the team member event. I saw pictures from that to send off Monsters Cafe. We're really sad about that.
Yeah, that's another like conversation and stuff right there. Monsters Cafe, like that was it sucks. I don't know. Universal's like, we got some. Yeah, I don't know. See, this is what I'm saying about being a multi-billion-dollar company. I feel like Universal like don't lose us now. And everyone's like, oh, but Epic Universe is gonna have a Monsters themed land, but this is Universal Studios, which represents the studios. You ride the movies, blah blah blah, but it's supposed to be that set still. So I don't know. Monsters Cafe was so cool. We enjoyed it, especially like during HHN. That's a place like we would go in and be quiet and have like some of those snacks and stuff that you can get from the booths, like the little foods, and go in there. We did some videos and stuff, and part of our scenery would be in there. Sometimes I would even take the computer and edit in there, but we just didn't know it was going away. Universal's just like, yeah, it's closed.
We're like, what?
Yeah. Did Universal even make the announcement that it was closed, or did somebody else make the announcement again?
I have no idea. Was
it Orlando Informer?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a bummer, and I'm glad at least they did a thing for the team members to be able to go and say farewell.
Watch it become a Minion Cafe, yeah. Honestly, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. I really hope they don't make it anything Minions. There's too much Minions.
Too many Minions.
There's too many Minions.
Too many Minions.
In my opinion, it's like if they decide to do a Minions Cafe and then they got like two Minions rides or like a whole themed land, they're going to just make it like a Minion themed land. Like, how does that go with New York, Hollywood, San Francisco, World Expo, Minion?
But it'd be the whole entrance.
Yeah.
That whole, like, as you walk in, that whole thing will be Minions.
Next thing you know, they're going to tear down the arches and just make it like Minions. Like just giant Minion statues.
I can't stand Minions. I don't know why. I can't stand them. I don't know why. I saw the first time the Minions movie came out. I don't know if that was is there more than one? I don't know. But the first one that came out, I saw it in theaters and I wanted to leave. I just can't stand them. I don't know why.
That's okay.
I don't mind Despicable Me. It's just the Minions themselves. I'm like, I can't. So yeah, I'm not.
It's okay. Hey, don't.
Very
you don't have
happy
to worry
about Shrek, and if they really do that with Monsters Cafe, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, and Monsters Cafe was so cool. It was so cheesy and perfect for what the classic monsters were, what they feel to us now. Mm-hmm. But it's a bummer, and I hope they don't get rid of that classic monsters presence in Universal, even though they have that land going on in Epic, which I think they're gonna have a restaurant there or something possibly. But I think Monsters Cafe should have stayed, and then have HHN and all that stuff. Yeah. And I wish they would have made the announcement hey, Monsters Cafe is closing. If you guys want to come see it, come see it. But instead they were just we're closed.
It's done.
And then I feel I don't even know if Universal originally planned to have team members be able to go and say farewell. I think they were
Yeah, we kind of.
Maybe we should at least have somebody go say bye to it. And then they did this team member thing.
Yeah,
But
I like that idea. They should have done Secret Life of Pets in Shrek, which the Secret Life of Pets ride in Hollywood. I've seen videos of it and it looks cute. I think that would have been cool. And then a retro cafe instead of which would that be kind of like Mel's?
Yeah, I mean, Mel's is more like vintage, right? What is like considered vintage
Mel's
and what's
is
considered
like
retro?
50s. Would you do like old Hollywood,
that's like,
I guess?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Unless they're thinking of like, I don't know, like a retro cafe, like 2019 Universal Classic Monsters.
That's retro?
Vibe. Like with the retro synth, like,
I guess.
I don't know, maybe. But
a Shrek Land. I would
see,
love
a Shrek Land would be really neat, but I wouldn't replace the How to Train Your Dragon with Shrek. I think How to Train Your Dragon would be really cool.
Like the new tribute store, like Back to the Future, Jaws, Ghostbusters. That would be cool.
Yeah,
as a cafe, okay. That would be really cool.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, almost like
it would still be sad to see the classic monsters go away, but like you said, like the legacy would be neat.
They could even have the monsters in there,
like a section.
That's like
yeah, like the old throwback of Universal. That'd be neat.
That would be like the legacy store, kind of.
Yeah, which we actually haven't even seen the tribute store yet. We haven't had a chance. We've been
because we were sick,
stuck in here. But I do think tomorrow, because we're feeling so much better. I feel like tomorrow we're probably gonna plan to go out there.
Yeah. Tomorrow we are.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going tomorrow then.
If anybody's at Universal.
Yeah, if you're at Universal, come see us at the tribute store. And then just to wave at Monsters Cafe and say goodbye. But we're gonna go tomorrow. We plan tomorrow to go out and go take a look at it, and then tomorrow night we might do a video.
Yeah.
Might. We actually man, see, it's like I don't want to tell you guys yet. I kind of want to keep it like a surprise and see how you guys feel about it. But we have our typical videos that we plan to do in the upcoming. By the way, we're gonna start wrapping it up here. Just to let you guys know, because I realize we're already at an hour of filming.
We're like, it'll be a short one.
It'll be a short one. We're at an hour, but we don't want to go too much longer. But the videos that we have planned out is we got our typical beginners of HHN kind of style, like what you need to know, and then the announcements they have, and then we would do some like fun ones in between. We would have the live streams, of course, and then our countdown to HHN. What's up?
Last day for Superstar Parade is tomorrow, so it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be all team members. Yay. We're still gonna
go. Yeah, we'll go. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so our countdown to HHN season or series is going to be in August, and we'll try to do a couple of fun videos for that. We may not be able to do the full-blown idea that I have for it, unfortunately, because we also have a huge project that we are currently going through. That's a personal thing. It's okay, you can smile. Don't look worried.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The house.
Oh yeah. That was like a huge project.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
But we're working on a big project that it's taken a lot of our time and finances. So it'll be hard to work on a lot of our finances. So it'll be hard to actually work on that series the way that we have originally planned, because we were going to build a whole like studio for it and do like all these, live things for you guys. So it may not be as full blown, but we're still gonna have some fun videos in that. And then from now, I think we might do this tomorrow. I think it might be tomorrow's video. We may do like a HHN What If series, kind of like they did the Marvel What If, which we've never seen, but kind of like a What If, like we'll bring like an idea of a house coming to the event, and we're actually going to go and drop like blueprints and concepts for it and do like music and like layout and actually walk you guys through like the steps of building an HHN house, but houses that are not speculated to come this year, or like are fan favorites that, people want to see that haven't been to the event yet. So we're thinking we're going to do some things like that for fun throughout the time. I don't want to tell you guys the first one yet, but if you guys have been following us, I think you might know what the first house will be. We talked about it plenty of times before in the past, but we'll do some of those videos. We'll do our typical like what you need to know at HHN, what not to do, where to stay, stay and scream and all that. And then, of course, the typical announcements whenever HHN gets off their butts and actually gets some work done and lets us know what's going on. You hear that? Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, please.
So, but other than that, that's what we pretty much have on their schedule and all. This was supposed to be kind of quick. We were supposed to just briefly talk about like permit filed season 4 of Stranger Things without any spoilers. We had that one, and then Monsters Cafe, and just a little bit of the schedule. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I wish I had some music blaring right now. And we're gonna get some lasers, and we're gonna have like all this like 80s synth stuff. Maybe get some smoke like right here going across and everything, and maybe an arcade in the background. Like Galaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit. So, but anyways, for the East Coast here in Orlando, 90 to 91 days. And then for our friends out in the West Coast, it's about 97, 98 days. So we're counting down. We're in June. It's June. Happy June. We have July. Then we're in our series of August. And that's practically HHN to us because that's when props and stuff start coming out in the streets for the scare zones. So, but other than that, that's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Little man he did great today. No accidents.
Really good.
So
he gets an extra treat.
He's been very, very annoying lately. He's been very needy.
He's been very needy.
He's followed us, and he's just like, if we don't give him attention, he whines about it.
Yeah.
He's just a big baby.
He's a good boy, though.
Definitely. So, but anyways, hope you guys have a great day or a great night. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are excited for HHN as much as we are. And we want to say appreciate it to everybody who's been able to come out and watch us during the live and supported us along the way, too. We know we've been like saying like, oh, we got a lot of content coming your way. And it's like, here's one video. Wait 2 more weeks for the next one. But I promise you guys, we got a lot planned out. We just need to do it. And we're feeling 90% like fully ourselves. So we're going to get back into it pretty soon. So, but anyways, that's it for us. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Love all of you guys. Hope you guys are doing great.
And if you're at Universal tomorrow, come say hi.
Yeah, if you're at Universal, we'll post on Instagram when we decide to go because we'll tell you like 12 o'clock. We'll get there at 6 p.m. So we'll let y'all know. But anyways, hope you guys have a good one. And we'll see you guys in a video next week, maybe midweek or so. And hopefully we get an announcement. And then we have our live. We'll do our live again back on Tuesday. Yeah. We'll go back to the Tuesdays at 8:30. I'll put a poll in the YouTube community page either tomorrow. I think I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll put a poll up there and just go ahead and vote if you guys prefer Fridays or Tuesdays. And then we'll go from there. So, but anyways, that's it for us, guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace on out, guys.